Well, it is the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception this season, and Miami is using their game against Pittsburgh on Sunday night to celebrate what happened after that magical game. It's a rematch of the 1972 AFC Championship that made the Dolphins then become the only team in NFL history to go undefeated and win the Super Bowl. So how can the Steelers crash their party? Let's send it back over to Bob and Coach for your keys to the game, presented by your neighborhood Ford store. Guys.
All right, Miss E, here we go. It's a Sunday night game in Miami. Bright lights. Steelers seem to have that. I'm sure there are going to be a lot of Steeler fans there. Coach, just talk about just the fact that you're in a situation here where you're on the road against a team that really needs a win. They're going to obviously come at you with a lot. What's the number one thing on your mind heading into this game?
You know, a couple things. First of all, everybody's in need of a win. And so that's just our mentality. I don't know that we're going to view it any differently because of where they are. For us, we got to maintain possession of the ball. I think a lot of attention has been made about their turmoil at quarterback and how that has affected their recent turn of events. But when I look at them, they're a group that was getting turnovers early in the year. I don't know that they've gotten a turnover in the last 3 weeks. And so I'd imagine in quiet circles, they're talking about getting the ball and ball awareness and hunting the ball. And so we got to do a really good job of that. We took care of the ball last week, and I thought that was a good catalyst for us in terms of performing and playing well against Tampa Bay, and I think it's going to be significant in this game. They need the ball. When they get the ball, when they're creating turnovers, they're capable of beating people like a lot of teams, and we got to keep them where they are in that regard. And then we got to build on the weighty playmaking that we made last week, and really on both sides of the ball. You think about Chase Claypool and some of the longer third and longs that we had in the second half offensively, but I also think about the third and shorts that we had defensively in the second half. The bottom line is those downs are weighted differently. We talk about it often, and the winningness of those downs puts you in position to win football games.
I like that, weighty downs. We talked earlier in here about that being the name of a horse. It'd be a great name for a horse. Weighty downs, heading down the stretch. Let's talk finally about special teams, because Steven Sims stepped up an 89-yard return. He didn't necessarily cash in on touchdown. That can change the game, and we saw it last week.
Particularly when neither group is turning the ball over, and that's the point that I made to the team. We played a game last week. Tampa didn't turn the ball over. We didn't turn the ball over. And so what puts teams on the long field or the short field, the positioning component that's oftentimes created in the kicking game. That big kickoff return, hit a 20-plus yard punt return that returned the ball to midfield. Those are field positioning things that really, make up the trajectory of a half or a game. And so his contributions are significant.
All three facets will be on display. Coach, thanks very much, and all the best in Miami.
Thank you.